Tonight, before you close your eyes, remember this: the universe is already working for you. Not because every problem has disappeared, not because every question has been answered, not because you can see the full path with your eyes, not because you know who will help, when the door will open, how the money will come, how the heart will heal, or how tomorrow will become lighter, but because life has quiet ways of moving before the mind can understand. Life has gentle ways of arranging what the eyes cannot yet see. Life has soft ways of preparing answers while you are learning how to rest. You may be lying down with a tired heart tonight. You may be carrying thoughts from the day, words that were said, words that were not said, messages you wanted to receive, answers you hoped would come, and worries that keep walking around inside your mind. You may feel as though nothing is moving because you cannot see movement. You may feel as though nothing is changing because the outside still looks the same. But my dear, what you see tonight is not the whole story. The world that your eyes can see is only one small part of life. There is also a quiet world of timing, energy, guidance, healing, and support. And that quiet world does not stop working just because you cannot see it yet. The seed does not show the flower in the first night. The sky does not show the sunrise at midnight. The heart does not always show healing in one breath. But still, something is happening. The seed is opening in the dark. The sun is moving toward the morning. The heart is learning how to soften again. In the same way, your life may be changing in places you cannot measure tonight. You may not see the new door yet, but something may already be moving behind it. You may not know the next answer yet, but your mind may be preparing to receive it. You may not feel fully peaceful yet, but your body may be learning that it is safe to let go one little layer at a time. Even while I sleep, life is working for my good. Let that sentence enter slowly. Do not rush it. Do not force yourself to believe it all at once. Just allow it to come close. Even while I sleep, life is working for my good. Not only when I am awake, not only when I am trying, not only when I am planning, fixing, thinking, checking, pushing, or proving. Even while I sleep, even while my body rests, even while my mind becomes quiet, even while my hands are open and I am not trying to control every little thing. Life is still alive. The universe is still wise. Love is still moving. Help can still be on the way. So many tired hearts think they must hold the whole world together at night. They lie down, but they do not truly rest. The body is in bed, but the mind is still standing in the middle of the problem. The eyes are closed, but the inner voice is still asking, what if this does not work? What if I am too late? What if I made the wrong choice? What if nothing changes? What if I cannot handle tomorrow? And with every question, the body becomes tighter. The heart becomes heavier. the night becomes less like a place of peace and more like another place to struggle. But tonight can be different. Tonight you are allowed to remember that worry is not the same as love. Worry is not the same as care. Worry is not the same as being responsible. You can care deeply and still rest. You can love your future and still sleep. You can have things to handle tomorrow and still let your nervous system soften tonight. You can say, I have done what I could for this day. I have carried what I could carry. I have thought what I could think. I have tried what I could try. Now I give the rest to life. This does not mean you give up. It means you stop fighting the night. It means you stop using sleep as a place to repeat fear. It means you allow the bed to become a place of trust again. It means you understand that the universe does not need your panic in order to help you. Life does not need your fear to open a door. The unseen does not need you to stay awake all night proving that you care. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is rest. Sometimes the bravest thing you can say is, I do not know how everything will happen, but I am willing to trust that life is working in ways I cannot see. The mind may say, but how can I rest when I still do not have the answer? And you can answer gently, because rest may be part of the answer. The mind may say, how can I sleep when tomorrow feels uncertain? And you can answer, because sleep will help me meet tomorrow with a clearer heart. The mind may say, what if nothing changes while I sleep? And you can answer, something inside me can change while I sleep. My body can restore. My thoughts can soften. My fear can loosen. My faith can return. There is a quiet power in not needing to know everything tonight. There is a deep peace in letting the night be the night. The night is not asking you to solve your whole life. The night is not asking you to hold every detail in your hands. The night is asking you to come back to the breath, come back to the body, come back to the heart, and remember that there is a greater love holding what your small mind cannot hold. Your future is not helped by fear tonight. Your body is not helped by fear tonight. Your heart is not helped by repeating every worry until sleep becomes far away. What helps tonight is softness. What helps tonight is trust. What helps tonight is a new inner message. A message that says, I am safe to rest. I am allowed to release this day. I am allowed to believe that good can still be forming even when I cannot see it. Even while I sleep, life is working for my good. Say it again, slower. Even while I sleep, life is working for my good. Let the shoulders hear it. Let the jaw hear it. Let the chest hear it. Let the belly hear it. Let the parts of you that have been trying so hard hear it. You do not need to be on guard tonight. You do not need to stay awake to make sure life does not forget you. You are not forgotten. You are not outside of love. You are not separate from the same life that moves the moon, opens the flowers, heals the skin, and brings morning after night. Perhaps the day did not give you what you wanted. Perhaps the answer did not come. Perhaps the message stayed silent. Perhaps the money still feels tight. Perhaps the body still feels tired. Perhaps the heart still feels tender. But tonight, instead of saying nothing is working, you can say something may be working in a way I cannot see yet. Instead of saying I am alone in this, you can say life is with me even in the dark. Instead of saying I have to figure it all out tonight, you can say I am allowed to rest while the universe works. The dark is not empty. The dark is often where life begins. A seed begins in the dark. A child grows in the dark before birth. A dream forms in the dark before it is spoken. A new thought often comes when the mind stops pushing. A new feeling may arrive after tears. A new answer may appear after sleep. So do not fear the quiet. Do not fear the pause. Do not fear the fact that you cannot see every step. The unseen is not against you. The unseen may be preparing you. This is why the night can become holy in a very simple way. Not because you need perfect prayers, not because you need a perfect room, not because you need to say everything correctly, but because you can bring your tired self to the bed and choose trust instead of fear. You can bring your unfinished day and say, this is enough for now. You can bring your open questions and say, I do not need to answer all of you before I sleep. You can bring your tender heart and say, you are safe with me tonight. The universe is already working for you in quiet ways. It may be working through a person who has not reached out yet. It may be working through an idea that will come in the morning. It may be working through a delay that is protecting you. It may be working through a closed door that is turning you toward a better one. It may be working through the healing of your nervous system. It may be working through the softening of an old fear. It may be working through the simple fact that tonight you are choosing not to feed the old panic in the same way. The mind often wants proof before it rests. But trust says, I can rest before proof. The mind says, show me the answer, and then I will feel calm. Trust says, let me become calm so I can receive the answer. The mind says, I need to know how. Trust says, the how can unfold one step at a time. The mind says, I must stay awake and think. Trust says, I can sleep and be held. My dear, tonight you are not being asked to become perfect. You are not being asked to have perfect faith. You are not being asked to never worry again. You are only being invited to loosen your grip just a little, to breathe just a little, to let the bed hold your body just a little, to let your heart hear one kind sentence, just one. Even while I sleep, life is working for my good. Let this sentence become the doorway into the night, not a demand, not a test, not something you must force into your mind. Let it be like a soft blanket. Let it be like warm hands around a tired heart. Let it be like a lamp left on inside the soul. Even while I sleep, life is working for my good. And if the mind begins to argue, bless it. The mind is only trying to protect you. It learned to worry because it thought worry would keep you safe. It learned to plan because it thought planning would stop pain. It learned to stay awake because it thought sleep might make you lose control. Do not hate the mind for trying to protect you. Speak to it gently. Say, "Thank you for trying to keep me safe. But tonight, we are learning a new way. Tonight, we are not solving everything. Tonight, we are resting in trust." The universe does not ask you to carry what is too heavy for one night. The universe does not ask you to punish yourself with fear before sleep. The universe does not ask you to earn rest by fixing your whole life first. Rest is part of your healing. Rest is part of your receiving. Rest is part of your trust. Rest is a way of saying, "I am not alone. Life can keep moving even when I stop pushing." So tonight, let the day be complete enough. Let the unfinished things wait. Let the unanswered questions become quiet for a while. Let the body return to the bed. Let the breath return to softness. Let the heart return to trust. You do not need to chase the answer tonight. You do not need to hold tomorrow in your hands tonight. You do not need to keep checking the future with a frightened mind. Something greater than your worry is already moving. Even while I sleep, life is working for my good. If you fall asleep with fear in your mind, the night does not feel like rest. The body may be still, but inside there is a quiet storm. The eyes may close, but the thoughts keep moving. The room may be dark, but the mind keeps showing pictures of everything that could go wrong. And slowly, the body begins to believe that danger is near, even when you are safe in your bed. This is why the way you enter sleep matters so much. Sleep is not only the end of the day. Sleep is a doorway into the deeper mind. And whatever you carry through that doorway can become the feeling your mind holds through the night. If you fall asleep asking, "What if everything goes wrong?" the mind begins to search for fear. It looks through memories. It looks through old pain. It looks through the day. It looks through tomorrow. It tries to answer the question you gave it. And because the question is full of fear, the answers often feel heavy. The mind may say, "Remember when this happened before? Remember when you were disappointed? Remember when you trusted and it hurt? Remember when money felt tight? Remember when love did not stay? Remember when the body felt weak? Remember when you did not know what to do?" And suddenly, the bed becomes full of old stories. This is not because the mind is bad. This is not because you are weak. This is not because you are doing life wrong. The mind is a searcher. It searches for what it is asked to find. If you ask fear questions, it searches for fear answers. If you ask painful questions, it searches for painful proof. If you ask, why am I never supported? The mind may look for every moment that felt lonely. If you ask, why does nothing work for me? The mind may gather every delay and every closed door. If you ask, what if I fail? The mind may begin to build a whole picture of failure before tomorrow has even arrived. And then the body listens. The body does not always know the difference between a real danger in the room and a danger you are imagining again and again. The body hears the fearful thought and begins to prepare. The breath becomes smaller. The stomach tightens. The heart may beat faster. The shoulders may lift. The jaw may hold. The hands may close. The body says, something is wrong. We must stay ready. But my dear, how can the body rest deeply when the mind keeps telling it to prepare for danger? This is why fear before sleep can feel so heavy. It is not only a thought, it becomes a feeling. It becomes a body state. It becomes a night message. It tells the deeper mind, stay alert, keep watching, keep solving, do not let go. And the deeper mind obeys as best as it can. It may keep turning the same worry over and over. It may bring restless dreams. It may make the morning feel tired before the day even begins. Not because you are being punished, but because the body was never fully told that it could rest. I do not need to carry tomorrow into my bed tonight. Let this be the new message. I do not need to carry tomorrow into my bed tonight. Tomorrow has its own light. Tomorrow has its own breath. Tomorrow has its own answers. Tomorrow has its own steps. Tonight is not tomorrow. Tonight is the place where the body comes back to safety. Tonight is where the mind is allowed to become quiet. Tonight is where the heart is allowed to stop trying to protect itself from every possible future. You may have responsibilities. Yes. You may have decisions to make. Yes. You may have work, money, relationships, healing, family, dreams, and questions. Yes. But you do not have to carry all of them into the bed like stones. You can write down what needs to be remembered. You can promise yourself to handle the next step in the morning. You can take one practical action if something truly needs your care. But once the night has come, once the body is asking for rest, you can say, for now, I release what I cannot solve tonight. This is not avoiding life. This is honoring the body. This is honoring the mind. This is honoring the truth that fear at midnight does not always bring clear answers. A tired mind often makes shadows look larger. A tired body often makes problems feel heavier. A tired heart often forgets that help exists. So before you believe every night fear, pause. Ask gently, is this truth or is this tiredness speaking? Is this guidance or is this fear repeating itself? Is this something I can act on now, or is this something I need to place in the hands of life until morning? Fear says, you must solve everything tonight. Trust says, you can rest while life works in ways you cannot see. Fear says, keep thinking, keep checking, keep holding. Trust says, breathe, soften, release. Fear says, if you stop worrying, everything may fall apart. Trust says, worry is not what keeps life together. Love, wisdom, timing, and right action are still available after rest. Many hearts confuse worry with love. They think, if I stop worrying, maybe I do not care enough. But worry is not proof of love. You can love someone and still sleep. You can care about your dreams and still rest. You can want healing and still soften. You can care about money and still release fear from the body at night. You can care about tomorrow and still let tonight be peaceful. In fact, rest may help you care better. A rested body can take wiser action. A calmer mind can hear guidance more clearly. A softer heart can receive help more easily. The old pattern says, hold everything. The new pattern says, hold what is yours and release what belongs to timing. The old pattern says, fear will protect me. The new pattern says, peace will guide me. The old pattern says, if I think about the problem long enough, I will feel safe. The new pattern says, I can feel safe enough to let the answer come in a better way. Tonight, you can begin to change the message. The mind may still bring fear. That is okay. You do not need to fight every thought. You do not need to get angry at yourself for worrying. You do not need to say, why am I like this? That only adds another wound. When fear comes, simply notice it. Say, fear is here. My body is trying to protect me. My mind is trying to find safety. Then bring in a softer voice. Dear mind, we do not need to search for danger tonight. Dear body, you are safe to rest now. Dear heart, you do not have to hold tomorrow before it arrives. There is a kind way to lead yourself out of fear, not by shouting at the mind, not by forcing the body to relax, not by pretending there is nothing to care about, but by offering a new direction again and again. The new direction is trust. The new direction is softness. The new direction is, I can rest now and take the next step when the morning comes. The fear question is, what if everything goes wrong? The trust question is, what if life is helping me in ways I cannot see? The fear question is, what if I am not supported? The trust question is, Where might support be forming even now? The fear question is, what if tomorrow is too hard? The trust question is, what strength, help, and guidance can meet me tomorrow? The fear question is, what if nothing changes? The trust question is, what if something inside me is already changing tonight? The question you sleep with matters. A question is like a small lamp in the mind. It tells the mind where to look. If the lamp points toward fear, the mind walks toward fear. If the lamp points toward support, the mind begins to look for support. If the lamp points toward grace, the mind begins to notice grace. This is not pretending. This is choosing the direction of your inner search. You are not lying to yourself when you choose a peaceful question. You are not denying life when you choose trust. You are not ignoring responsibility when you decide not to feed panic before sleep. You are simply giving the mind a better place to rest. You are teaching the body that night is not for fighting. You are teaching the heart that it does not need to keep watch over every possible pain. You are teaching the subconscious that support is allowed. I do not need to carry tomorrow into my bed tonight. Say it to the part of you that feels afraid. Say it to the part of you that wants to check one more time. Say it to the part of you that wants to replay the conversation. Say it to the part of you that keeps asking what will happen. I do not need to carry tomorrow into my bed tonight. I can meet tomorrow when tomorrow comes. I can receive the next step when the next step is ready. I can let my body rest now. The night is not a place to punish yourself for what did not happen today. The night is not a place to judge every choice. The night is not a place to repeat every fear until the body forgets how to soften. The night can become a place of release. It can become a place where you say, "This day is complete for now. I take the lesson. I release the weight. I forgive myself for what I did not know. I bless what I cannot control. I allow life to work in the unseen." If you sleep with fear, the body may feel as though it must keep solving. If you sleep with trust, the body begins to learn that support is possible. If you sleep with fear, the mind searches for danger. If you sleep with trust, the mind can search for peace. If you sleep with fear, tomorrow begins with old tension. If you sleep with trust, tomorrow may begin with even a little more space. And even a little space matters. One softer breath matters. One night without repeating the old fear as strongly matters. One moment of saying, "I release this for now," matters. One kind sentence to the body matters. One peaceful question before sleep matters. Do not reject the small shifts because they do not feel dramatic. The nervous system learns through gentle repetition. The subconscious receives through steady messages. The heart heals when it is met with kindness again and again. Tonight you are not being asked to erase every fear. You are being asked to stop making fear the last voice of the day. you are being invited to let trust speak too. Fear may say, "What if it does not work?" Trust can say, "Life still has ways." Fear may say, "You are alone." Trust can say, "Support can come in many forms." Fear may say, "You must know now." Trust can say, "The next step can come after rest." There is a softness waiting for you on the other side of the old night pattern. A softness where you do not lie down and hand your whole body to worry. A softness where you do not use the dark to imagine every loss. A softness where you stop making tomorrow a storm before it has even arrived. A softness where the bed becomes a place of healing again. So tonight, when worry comes close, do not push it away with anger. Just place it down. You may imagine setting it beside the bed for the night. You may say, "I see you worry. I know you are trying to protect me, but you cannot sleep in my body tonight. You cannot take over my breath tonight. You cannot be the last voice I hear tonight. I choose a softer voice now." And that softer voice says, "I am safe to rest. I am supported in ways I cannot see. I do not need to solve everything before sleep. Tomorrow can bring the next step. The universe is already working for me." Let the body hear that. Let the mind hear that. Let the old fear hear that. You do not have to carry tomorrow into your bed tonight. You can bless tomorrow from here. You can say, "May tomorrow meet me with guidance. May tomorrow bring one clear step. May tomorrow show me where help is already forming. May tomorrow be softer than my fear expects." The mind may not believe it fully at first. That is all right. The body may need time. The heart may need time. Trust grows through return. You return to the senti. You return to the breath. You return to the feeling of being held. You return to the truth that night is not the place for fear to rule. You return again and again until the mind begins to understand, "I am allowed to rest. I do not need to carry tomorrow into my bed tonight." The final thoughts before sleep are like seeds placed into the deep soil of the mind. During the day, the mind is busy. It is answering, choosing, remembering, planning, working, speaking, reacting, and trying to keep up with the noise of life. But before sleep, something begins to change. The day starts to loosen. The body asks for quiet. The eyes become heavy. The outside world grows softer. The thinking mind begins to step back. And in that gentle space, the deeper mind begins to listen. This is why the last few minutes before sleep are so precious. They may look small, but they are powerful. The final words you give yourself can become the feeling the body carries into the night. The final picture you hold in your mind can become the direction your inner world follows. The final question you ask can become the path your subconscious walks while you sleep. So tonight, do not treat those last moments as empty. Do not give them away to fear. Do not fill them only with the old story. Use them with love. The thought I sleep with becomes the direction my mind follows. Let that sentence be clear and simple. The thought I sleep with becomes the direction my mind follows. If I sleep with fear, my mind follows fear. If I sleep with anger, my mind follows anger. If I sleep with shame, my mind follows shame. If I sleep with trust, my mind follows trust. If I sleep with love, my mind follows love. If I sleep with a peaceful question, my mind begins to look for peaceful answers. This does not mean you must force happy thoughts. This does not mean you must pretend the day was easy. This does not mean you must push away real feelings. If sadness is here, let it be held with kindness. If fear is here, let it be met with safety. If tiredness is here, let it be honored. The point is not to fight what you feel. The point is to stop ending the day by hurting yourself with your own mind. The point is to let the last voice inside you be a loving one. Many nights become heavy because the final thoughts are full of review. The mind begins to look back over the day and says, "Why did I say that? Why did that happen? Why did they act that way? Why did I not do more? Why am I still like this? Why is life not changing faster?" And before the body can rest, the mind has opened many doors at once. One door leads to regret. One door leads to fear. One door leads to comparison. One door leads to old pain. One door leads to tomorrow. Soon the mind is walking through every room except the room of peace. Tonight, you can close those doors gently, not with force, not by saying, "I must not think." The mind does not always become quiet when it is ordered. It becomes quiet when it feels safe. So you can say, "Dear mind, we are not reviewing the whole life tonight. Dear heart, we are not punishing ourselves for being human tonight. Dear body, we are not carrying every unfinished thing into sleep tonight. We are choosing one peaceful thought and letting that be enough. One peaceful thought can be enough. One kind sentence can be enough. One soft question can be enough. You do not need a long practice. You do not need to do it perfectly. You do not need to repeat many words until you feel tired from trying. The deeper mind likes simple, steady messages. It likes words that feel safe. It likes a soft tone. It likes repetition without pressure. It likes the kind of truth that the body can receive. So choose one sentence that feels gentle enough for tonight. Maybe it is, "I am safe to rest." Maybe it is, "The universe is working for me now." Maybe it is, "I release this day with love." Maybe it is, "Good things are finding their way to me." Maybe it is, "I do not need to know everything tonight." Maybe it is, "While I sleep, Life is arranging blessings. Let the sentence be simple. Let it be easy. Let it be something you can breathe with. You may whisper it once. You may whisper it twice. You may place a hand on your heart and say it slowly. You may breathe in and think the first part. You may breathe out and think the second part. There is no need to make it dramatic. The quiet way is enough. The loving way is enough. The repeated way is enough. The thought I sleep with becomes the direction my mind follows. If you give the mind the thought, nothing is changing. It may look for proof that nothing is changing. If you give the mind the thought, something new may be forming. It may begin to look for small signs of change. If you give the mind the thought, I am not supported, it may search for lonely places. If you give the mind the thought, support can come in many ways. It may begin to notice kindness, ideas, timing, and help. If you give the mind the thought, I am stuck, it may hold the body in that feeling. If you give the mind the thought, I am being guided one step at a time, it may soften enough to receive the next step. This is not magic in a childish way. This is the way attention works. This is the way the inner world receives direction. The mind follows what it is given again and again. The body trusts what it hears with feeling. The subconscious learns through simple messages repeated in soft moments. And the moment before sleep is one of those soft moments. Think of the mind as a garden at night. If you throw fear into the soil, fear may grow. If you throw blame into the soil, blame may grow. If you throw I am not enough into the soil, that old belief may take root again. But if you plant trust, trust has a place to grow. If you plant peace, peace has a place to grow. If you plant life is help in me, that thought has a place to grow. The garden does not change in 1 second, but the seed still matters. What you plant matters. What you repeat matters. What you let enter before sleep matters. Tonight, choose the seed with care. Do not plant the whole problem in your mind before sleep. Do not place every fear into the soil and then wonder why the night feels restless. Plant one loving sentence. Plant one peaceful question. Plant one soft trust. Plant, the universe is already working for me. Plant, I am safe in this moment. Plant, I release what I cannot control. Plant, tomorrow can bring new light. Plant, life knows how to help me. You may say, but what if I do not believe it yet? My dear, a seed does not need the whole tree inside your eyes for it to be real. You may not fully believe the sentence tonight, but you can be willing to let it come closer. You can say, I am willing to believe that life is working for me. You can say, I am willing to rest even before I know how everything will happen. You can say, I am willing to let peace be possible tonight. Willingness is enough. Willingness opens the door. Willingness tells the heart, we do not have to stay closed forever. If the strongest sentence feels too far away, make it softer. Instead of everything is perfect, say, something good may be forming. Instead of I have no fear, say, I can hold my fear with love. Instead of I trust completely, say, I am learning to trust one breath at a time. Instead of I know the answer, say, the next step can come when I am ready. Gentle words enter more deeply than forced words. The body does not need pressure. The body needs safety. The last thought before sleep should not feel like a command. It should feel like care. It should not sound like, believe this now or you are failing. It should sound like, come here, dear heart. Let us rest. Let us choose one kind thought. Let us stop fighting the night. The subconscious opens to warmth. The heart opens to patience. The body opens to a voice that feels safe. So tonight, when you lie down, notice what your mind wants to carry. Does it want to carry the problem? Does it want to carry the old story? Does it want to carry the fear of tomorrow? Does it want to carry the words someone said? Does it want to carry a mistake? Does it want to carry a question with no answer yet? Notice it gently. Then choose what you will carry on purpose. You might say, I see this worry, but I do not need to sleep inside it. You might say, I see this fear, but I do not need to make it my final thought. You might say, I see this problem, and I will meet it with a clearer mind after rest. You might say, I bless this question and place it in the hands of life tonight. You might say, I am safe enough to let go for now. For now is a beautiful phrase. You do not have to release something forever tonight. You do not have to solve your whole life. You only need to release it for now. I release this for now. I rest for now. I trust for now. I soften for now. I let life hold what I cannot hold for now. That is gentle. That is possible. That is enough for the body to begin letting go. The final thought before sleep can become a bridge. It can take you from the noise of the day into the peace of the night. It can take you from fear into trust. It can take you from control into rest. It can take you from the old story into a new instruction. It can say to the subconscious, this is where we are going now. We are not going deeper into fear. We are going into peace. We are going into safety. We are going into quiet faith. You may choose a question instead of a statement. Questions can be very gentle because they invite the mind to search in a new way. You can ask, how is the universe helping me tonight? You can ask, why is life working for me in quiet ways? You can ask, what good is being prepared while I rest? You can ask, how is peace returning to my body now? You can ask, why am I safe to sleep and receive support? Do not force an answer. Do not sit up and try to solve the question. Ask softly and let the night hold it. A peaceful question before sleep is like giving the deeper mind a new path to walk. Not the old path of danger, not the old path of lack, not the old path of rejection, not the old path of fear, a new path, a softer path, a path that says, look for help, look for peace, look for guidance, look for the next open door, look for the quiet way life is already working. And if the answer does not come tonight, let that be okay. The question still matters. The softening still matters. The trust still matters. Maybe the answer comes as a calm feeling. Maybe it comes as deeper sleep. Maybe it comes as a new thought in the morning. Maybe it comes as a small action you suddenly feel ready to take. Maybe it comes as a person, a message, a delay, a yes, a no, or a quiet knowing. Life can answer in many ways. You do not need to decide the form tonight. The thought I sleep with becomes the direction my mind follows. So let the direction be peace. Let the direction be trust. Let the direction be support. Let the direction be healing. Let the direction be soft faith. Let the direction be, I am not alone in this. Let the direction be, the universe is already working for me. Let the direction be, I can sleep now. Before sleep, you can let the body receive the thought too. Do not leave the words only in the head. The head may understand while the body still feels afraid. So bring the sentence into the body. Place one hand on the heart or the belly. Let the hand be warm. Let the breath slow down. Say, I am safe to rest. Feel the chest. Say, I release this day. Feel the shoulders. Say, the universe is working for me now. Feel the belly. Say, I do not need to solve everything tonight. Let the words become warmth. Let them move down from the mind into the body. The body has been with you all day. It has carried the stress. It has carried the thoughts. It has carried the feelings. It has carried the small moments no one else saw. Tonight, do not speak to it with more pressure. Speak to it with kindness. Say, dear body, thank you for carrying me today. You are safe to rest now. You do not have to stay tight. You do not have to keep watch. You do not have to prepare for every possible problem. I am here. Life is here. Rest is allowed. This kind of inner voice changes the night. It does not need to be perfect. It only needs to be kind. The old voice may still appear. It may say, but what about this? What about that? What if? And you can answer with patience. We will meet that later. For now, we rest. The old voice may say, you should have done more. And you can answer, I did what I could with the strength and awareness I had today. For now, I release the day. The old voice may say, you are not safe. And you can answer, in this breath, in this bed, in this moment, I am safe enough to soften. Safe enough is also a beautiful phrase. You may not feel perfectly safe in every part of life. You may not feel fully peaceful yet. But perhaps you can feel safe enough for one breath, safe enough to relax the jaw, safe enough to loosen the hands, safe enough to let the shoulders drop, safe enough to stop repeating one fear, safe enough to let sleep come closer, safe enough to trust one small layer. The deeper mind does not need you to win a fight against fear tonight. It needs a new direction. It needs a loving signal. It needs a repeated message that says, we are learning another way. And every night you choose one peaceful thought, you are teaching that new way. Every night you stop giving fear the final word, you are teaching that new way. Every night you let trust be the last voice, you are teaching that new way. You may begin with this simple practice. As you lie down, take one slow breath and say, this day is done for now. Take another breath and say, I release what I cannot control. Take another breath and say, the universe is already working for me. Then choose one final thought, just one. Let it be the last small light inside your mind. Maybe tonight the final thought is, I am safe to sleep. Maybe tomorrow it is, good is still possible. Maybe another night it is, life is arranging what I cannot see. Maybe another night it is, I am supported in quiet ways. Let the thought match what your heart needs. If the heart is afraid, give it safety. If the mind is busy, give it release. If the body is tight, give it rest. If the soul feels tired, give it trust. And remember, the goal is not to control every dream. The goal is not to make every need perfect. The goal is not to never wake up again with worry. The goal is to become kinder to yourself at the doorway of sleep. The goal is to stop handing the subconscious the same fear every night. The goal is to let the final moments of the day become a place where your inner world hears something loving, steady, and true. The thought I sleep with becomes the direction my mind follows. So tonight, give your mind a direction that blesses you. Give your body a message that helps it soften. Give your heart a sentence that does not hurt. Give your subconscious a gentle seed. Give the unseen room to move. Give the universe your trust, even if it is only a small trust. Small trust still opens the door. Small peace still changes the body. Small release still gives the night a different feeling. You do not need to know how everything will be solved before you sleep. You do not need to see the full path. You do not need to force the answer. You do not need to stay awake, proving that you care. Let the last thought be softer than the day. Let it be kinder than the fear. Let it be wider than the problem. Let it be simple enough to rest inside. Even while I sleep, life is working for my good. I do not need to carry tomorrow into my bed tonight. The thought I sleep with becomes the direction my mind follows. Tonight, the direction is peace. Do not ask the dark to answer your fear tonight. Do not lie down and give your mind the same painful questions again and again. Do not let the last doorway of the day be filled with, what if everything goes wrong? What if nothing changes? What if I am not helped? What if I am too late? What if tomorrow is harder than today? Because the mind listens to every question you give it. The mind does not always know which questions are loving and which questions are only old fear speaking. It simply begins to search. It begins to look for answers. And if the question is full of fear, the mind will often search through fear. Old memories, old pain, old loss, old proof, and old stories. This is why the questions you ask before sleep matter so deeply. A question is not just a thought. A question is a direction. It tells the mind where to look. If you ask, why does nothing ever work for me? The mind may look for every time something felt delayed, every time something did not happen, every time you felt left out, every time the door closed. It may gather all of these memories and bring them close to your pillow. Then the body begins to feel as though the question is true. The heart becomes heavy. The breath becomes tight. The night becomes restless. And you may think the fear came because life is unsafe, when really the fear grew because the mind was given a painful direction. Tonight, you can choose a different direction. You do not need to ask, what if I fail? You can ask, what if life is guiding me one step at a time? You do not need to ask, what if nobody helps me? You can ask, how is Sapo already moving toward me in quiet ways? You do not need to ask, what if this never changes? You can ask, what small change is already beginning inside me? You do not need to ask, why am I so stuck? You can ask, what is the next gentle step that can open the way? These questions feel different in the body. They do not close the chest in the same way. They do not make the mind run in circles. They open a little space. They allow breath. They tell the deeper mind, look for help, look for peace, look for guidance, look for the next opening. I give my mind peaceful questions before sleep. Let that become a practice tonight. I give my mind peaceful questions before sleep. Not because every fearful question disappears right away, not because the mind never worries again, not because you suddenly become someone who never feels doubt, but because you are learning to guide your mind with love. You are learning to stop giving your inner world the kind of questions that hurt you. You are learning to ask in a softer way. Many people have practiced fear questions for years. They may not even know they are doing it. The mind says, what if they leave? What if I lose it? What if I cannot handle it? What if the answer never comes? What if I made a mistake? What if I am not enough? These questions may feel normal because they are familiar, but familiar does not always mean helpful. A thought can be familiar and still be unkind. A question can be familiar and still lead you back into the old fear. A night pattern can feel normal and still be stealing peace from the body. So tonight, notice the question before you follow it. When the mind says, "What if everything falls apart?" Pause gently. Do not attack yourself for thinking it. Do not say, "I should not think this." That only creates more pressure. Just notice. This is a fear question. This is my mind trying to protect me. This is an old way of searching for safety. Then offer a new question. What if life is helping me more than I know? Feel the difference. The first question throws the body into danger. The second question opens the heart to possibility. A fearful question often begins with danger and ends with tightness. A peaceful question begins with trust and ends with space. A fearful question says, "Look for proof that life will hurt you." A peaceful question says, "Look for proof that life can help you." A fearful question says, "Stay awake and prepare for pain." A peaceful question says, "Rest and allow support to come." You are not trying to lie to yourself. You are simply choosing not to use your mind as a tool against your own peace. If money is heavy on your heart tonight, do not ask, "Why is there never enough?" That question may bring fear into the body. It may make you think of every bill, every mistake, every old worry. Ask instead, "How is abundance opening for me in clear and peaceful ways?" Ask softly. Do not demand an answer. Do not sit up and try to solve the whole future. Let the question become a gentle seed. How is abundance opening for me in clear and peaceful ways? Maybe tomorrow the answer comes as an idea. Maybe it comes as a wiser choice. Maybe it comes as a small chance you did not notice before. Maybe it comes as calm enough to take one practical step. But tonight, the question gives the mind a better place to rest. If love is heavy on your heart tonight, do not ask, "Why am I not chosen?" That question may open every old wound of rejection. It may make the heart feel small. It may make the body feel unwanted. Ask instead, "How is love finding me in safe and gentle ways?" Let the word gentle matter. Love does not only come through one person. Love can come through your own hand on your heart. Love can come through a peaceful message, a kind friend, a quiet prayer, a warm blanket, a pet near your feet, a moment of not abandoning yourself. When you ask, "How is love finding me in safe and gentle ways?" the mind begins to look for love in more than one place. The heart begins to remember that love has many doors. If your body is heavy on your heart tonight, do not ask, "What is wrong with me?" That question may frighten the body. It may turn every feeling into a threat. It may make the body feel like an enemy. Ask instead, "How is my body being supported, restored, and guided tonight? This question does not ignore care. It does not replace wise action. It simply brings kindness into the way you relate to the body. The body has carried so much. It has carried your stress, your long days, your feelings, your hopes, your memories, your fears, your quiet strength. Tonight, do not send fear into it. Send listening. Send care. Send the message, dear body, I am with you. I am learning how to support you. If peace feels far away tonight, do not ask, why can I never calm down? That question may make the mind feel broken. Ask instead, what makes it safe for me to soften right now? This is a tender question. It does not demand perfect peace. It asks for one safe place. Maybe the answer is one breath. Maybe the answer is turning off the phone. Maybe the answer is placing a hand on the chest. Maybe the answer is saying, I do not have to solve everything tonight. Peace often begins as a small opening, not as a huge change. One small opening is enough for the night to begin changing. I give my mind peaceful questions before sleep. This is not about forcing the mind to be positive. Forced peace is not peace. Forced trust is not trust. This is about becoming gentle with the inner conversation. This is about asking questions that do not wound you. It is about noticing when the mind has picked up a question that belongs to fear, and then kindly offering it a question that belongs to love. A fear question often sounds urgent. It says, you must know now. You must fix this now. You must protect yourself now. You must think of every possible danger now. A peaceful question sounds open. It says, what support is here? What wisdom is forming? What can I release for now? What is the next gentle step? The fear question grips. The peaceful question opens. The fear question makes the night small. The peaceful question lets the night become wide again. Tonight, you can choose one question, only one, not 10, not a long list. One question that your body can rest with. A question such as, how is the universe supporting me while I sleep? Or, why is life working for me in quiet and beautiful ways? Or, what good is being prepared for me now? Or, how is peace returning to my body tonight? Choose the one that feels soft. Choose the one that does not make the body fight. Choose the one that feels like a door, not a demand. Then ask it slowly. Ask it as if you are placing a flower beside the bed. Ask it as if you are not trying to force the answer. Ask it as if the universe knows how to respond in its own time. How is the universe supporting me while I sleep? Then breathe. Let the question rest inside you. Do not chase it. Do not check if it worked. Do not turn it into another task. A peaceful question is not a rope you pull. It is a seed you plant. The answer may not come in words. It may come as a calmer breath. It may come as sleep. It may come as a dream that helps something move. It may come as a clear thought in the morning. It may come as a simple action tomorrow. It may come as a person, a message, a delay, or a soft feeling that says, "Go this way." Life does not always answer in the way the mind expects. Sometimes it answers through peace first. Sometimes the first answer is not a solution, but a softer body. Do not reject that. A softer body can receive more wisdom. The old mind may say, "But what if I ask a peaceful question and nothing happens?" That is another fear question. Answer it gently. Something does happen when you stop feeding fear. The body receives a new signal. The subconscious receives a new direction. The heart hears that you are no longer using the night to hurt it. That is already something. That is already a beginning. A question repeated with fear becomes a cage. A question repeated with love becomes a doorway. Tonight, do not give yourself a cage. Give yourself a doorway. Do not ask the mind to prove danger. Ask the mind to notice support. Do not ask life why it has forgotten you. Ask life how it is helping you in ways you cannot see yet. Do not ask the night to carry panic. Ask the night to carry trust. I give my mind peaceful questions before sleep. Let this become the new pattern. When fear asks, "What if everything goes wrong?" Answer, "What if life is moving things into place?" When fear asks, "What if I am alone?" Answer, "How is support finding me now?" When fear asks, "What if I cannot do this?" Answer, "What strength is growing in me tonight?" When fear asks, "What if tomorrow is too much?" Answer, How can tomorrow meet me one step at a time?" Your mind is not your enemy. It is a powerful servant that has been given many old instructions. Tonight, give it a new instruction. Search for peace. Search for help. Search for signs of good. Search for the next gentle step. Search for proof that life is not finished with me yet. Search for the quiet ways the universe is working for me now. The question you sleep with becomes the path your mind begins to walk. So choose the path with love. Choose the path that lets the body rest. Choose the path that lets the heart feel less alone. Choose the path that says, "I do not need to frighten myself in order to be safe." Choose the path that says, "I can ask life from trust, not from panic." Choose the path that says, "The universe is already working for me, and I am allowed to sleep." The universe does not always work loudly. It does not always knock on the door with a clear sign. It does not always arrive in the form the mind expects. It does not always answer at the exact hour you want it. Sometimes life works softly, slowly, quietly, and deeply. Sometimes it is moving through a delay. Sometimes it is moving through a closed door. Sometimes it is moving through a small idea that keeps coming back to you. Sometimes it is moving through a feeling in your body that says, "This way feels lighter." Sometimes it is moving through rest, through silence, through timing, through a change inside you that no one else can see yet. The universe does not need noise to move blessings into place. Let that sentence rest in the heart. The universe does not need noise to move blessings into place. The mind often wants proof. It wants something big. It wants an answer that feels clear right away. It wants the message now, the result now, the door now, the healing now, the money now, the love now, the peace now. But life does not always move according to the fear of the mind. Life moves by timing. Life moves by alignment. Life moves by readiness. Life moves by paths you may not even know are being formed. A delay may be protection. This can be hard to believe when the heart is tired of waiting. The mind may say, "If it was meant for me, it would already be here." But not everything that comes fast is good for the soul. Not every closed door is punishment. Not every pause is failure. Sometimes a delay is life moving something out of the way. Sometimes a delay is life preparing your heart. Sometimes a delay is giving another piece time to come together. Sometimes a delay is saving you from a path that would have looked good for a moment but brought pain later. This does not mean waiting is always easy. Waiting can feel heavy. Waiting can bring doubt. Waiting can make the mind look around and compare. Waiting can make the heart ask, "Why not me? Why not now? Why does it seem to happen for others?" But my dear, you do not know what life is arranging in the quiet. You do not know what is being. I'm moved, softened, removed, prepared, or protected. You do not know what timing is saving you from. You do not know what the unseen is bringing into place. Life is arranging what I cannot yet understand. Say that slowly. Life is arranging what I cannot yet understand. Not everything needs to make sense tonight. Not every delay needs to be judged tonight. Not every unanswered question needs to become proof that life is not helping. There are moments when the most loving thing you can do is stop calling the pause a problem and begin calling it preparation. Something may be preparing. Someone may be preparing. You may be preparing. The right moment may be preparing. A closed door may be direction. The mind may see a closed door and say, "I have been rejected." But life may be saying, "Not this path, not this way, not this timing, not this version." A closed door can hurt. It can make the heart ache. It can make you question your worth. But not every door that closes is a sign that you are unworthy. Some doors close because they are too small for the life that is coming. Some doors close because they would have required you to abandon yourself. Some doors close because they were connected to an old pattern you are finally ready to outgrow. When a door closes, breathe before you decide what it means. Do not immediately say, "This is the end." Say, "This may be direction." Do not immediately say, "Nothing works for me." Say, "Life may be guiding me another way." Do not immediately say, "I was not chosen." Say, "What belongs to my peace will not require me to lose myself." A closed door may still hurt, but it does not have to become your identity. It does not have to become the final story. It may be life turning you gently, even if the turn feels hard at first. The universe works in quiet ways. It may not always remove the discomfort right away. Sometimes it gives you strength inside the discomfort. It may not always change the outer situation immediately. Sometimes it changes how you stand in front of the situation. It may not always bring the full answer tonight. Sometimes it brings one small breath of peace, and that breath becomes enough to help you sleep. Do not miss the quiet help, because you are waiting only for loud help. A quiet idea may be guidance. You may have an idea that keeps returning, a simple idea, a gentle idea. Maybe it says rest. Maybe it says write this down. Maybe it says drink water. Maybe it says call this person. Maybe it says stop checking. Maybe it says take one step. Maybe it says do not go back to the old pattern. The idea may not feel dramatic. It may not come with bright light. It may not shake the whole room, but it may still be guidance. The worried mind often looks for a big sign because it does not trust the small one. But life often begins with the small sign. A small idea, a small yes, a small no, a small peace, a small feeling of not this, a small feeling of try this, a small opening. Do not reject the small because it does not impress your fear. The small may be the beginning of the path. A calm feeling may be an answer. Sometimes the mind asks for a full plan, but the body gives a feeling. When you imagine one choice, the body tightens. When you imagine another, the body softens. When you think of one path, your heart feels heavy. When you think of another, there is more breath. This does not mean every calm feeling gives the full answer, but peace can be a guide. Softness can be a sign. The body can sometimes feel truth before the mind can explain it. Tonight, if you are unsure, do not force the answer. Place the question gently in the heart and ask, what feels peaceful? What feels honest? What feels kind to my soul? Then let the body respond in its own quiet way. Maybe not instantly, maybe after rest, maybe tomorrow, maybe after the fear has softened. Guidance becomes clearer when the nervous system is not being pushed by panic. This is why sleep matters. Rest can clear the noise. Rest can make the simple answer easier to hear. Sleep may bring clarity. There are questions the tired mind cannot answer well. A tired mind may turn one problem into 10. A tired mind may imagine the worst. A tired mind may forget the strength that is already inside you. But after rest, the same question may feel different. The answer may not be complete, but the next step may become clearer. Maybe you wake and know what to say. Maybe you wake and feel less afraid. Maybe you wake and realize that one thing is not as urgent as it felt at midnight. Maybe you wake and feel guided to take one small action. That is life working too. The universe does not always work by giving you the whole map. Often it gives one step, and one step is enough for now. The mind says, I need the whole path before I move. Life says, take the step that is given. The mind says, I need to know how it all ends. Life says, trust the next opening. The mind says, I need proof before I rest. Life says, rest, and your heart may become open enough to see the proof. Life is arranging what I cannot yet understand. This sentence is not an excuse to do nothing. It is a way to stop making fear the leader. You still take wise action. You still answer what needs answering. You still care for what needs care. You still listen, choose, speak, learn, heal, and move. But you do not need to make panic your guide. You do not need to believe that nothing is happening just because nothing looks loud. You do not need to keep digging up the seed because you cannot see the flower yet. A seed changes underground before the flower is seen. The seed does not say, nothing is happening because I am still in the dark. The seed allows the hidden work. The roots begin first. The movement begins below. The strength begins where no one claps for it. Then, when the time is right, something breaks through the soil. Your life seed, and be like that too. There may be roots forming right now, trust forming, strength forming, a new belief forming, a new connection forming, a new door forming, a new version of you forming. Do not call the dark empty too soon. Do not call the waiting useless too soon. Do not call the silence rejection too soon. The universe may be working in the dark. It may be working in the waiting. It may be working in the silence. It may be working through a small feeling that says, hold on, rest, listen. Something is not finished yet. And sometimes the universe works by changing what you no longer want. This is also a blessing. There may have been something you thought you needed, and slowly life begins to show you that it would have made you smaller. There may have been a person, a place, a plan, or a dream that once felt like the only answer. Then something inside you changes. You begin to ask for peace, not only attachment. You begin to ask for love, not only attention. You begin to ask for abundance that feels safe, not only money that comes with stress. You begin to ask for a life that honors your soul, not only a life that looks right from the outside. That inner change is also the universe working. When you sleep tonight, Remember that unseen work is still work. A quiet shift is still a shift. A small sign is still a sign. A softening is still healing. A delay can still be guidance. A closed door can still be care. A calm breath can still be grace. A morning idea can still be an answer. The universe does not need to shout in order to be loving. The universe does not need noise to move blessings into place. If you have been asking, where is the sign? Look gently. Do not look only for the dramatic. Look for the small piece. Look for the repeated idea. Look for the door that did not open and the feeling that maybe it was not meant to. Look for the person who said the right thing at the right time. Look for the strength you did not know you had. Look for the way your heart is beginning to want better. Look for the way you no longer accept the old pain as easily. Look for the way you are learning to speak to yourself with more care. These are signs too. The universe may be working through your own healing. It may be making you less available for what once hurt you. It may be teaching you to trust your body. It may be helping you stop chasing what does not choose peace with you. It may be helping you rest without guilt. It may be helping you hear the quiet wisdom inside. It may be helping you see that you are not here to live in fear every night. Sometimes the blessing is not only what arrives. Sometimes the blessing is who you become before it arrives. Life is arranging what I cannot yet understand. Let this be the thought that softens your need to control the night. Let it remind you that the universe has more paths than your mind can count. Let it remind you that help can come the rough a way you did not plan. Let it remind you that delays are not always denials. Let it remind you that closed doors are not always failures. Let it remind you that peace can be the first answer. Let it remind you that tomorrow may bring one step you could not see tonight. The unseen is not empty. The quiet is not useless. The pause is not proof that life has stopped. Something may be moving in silence. Something may be aligning without your effort. Something may be healing while you rest. Something may be finding its way to you through paths your fear cannot imagine. And tonight, you do not need to pull it closer with worry. You do not need to demand that it appear before you sleep. You can say, life is arranging what I cannot yet understand. I allow the unseen to work while I rest. You have carried enough for this day. You have thought enough. You have tried enough. You have cared enough. You have held many things in your mind, in your heart, in your body. You have moved through hours, through feelings, through choices, through small duties, through quiet hopes, through things people saw and things no one saw. And now the night is here. The night is not asking you to keep holding everything. The night is asking you to release. There is a time to act, and there is a time to rest. There is a time to speak, and there is a time to become quiet. There is a time to plan, and there is a time to place the plan down. There is a time to care for what is yours, and there is a time to admit that some things belong to timing, to life, to the unseen, to the gentle work that happens beyond your control. Tonight is a time to place down what your hands cannot carry into sleep. I let go and allow the universe to help me. This is not weakness. Letting go is not giving up. Letting go is not saying you do not care. Letting go is not pretending that nothing matters. Letting go means you stop trying to do the universe's part with a tired mind. It means you stop gripping what cannot be solved tonight. It means you stop turning the bed into a place of control. It means you honor the truth that your body needs rest in order to receive, choose, heal, and move with wisdom. Control often feels like safety, but it can become a heavy cage. The mind says, if I think about this long enough, I will be safe. The mind says, if I check again, I will be safe. The mind says, if I plan every detail, I will be safe. The mind says, if I keep watch, nothing bad can happen. But my dear, control is not the same as peace. Control keeps the body awake. Control keeps the heart tight. Control keeps the mind walking around the same problem again and again. It gives the feeling of doing something, but often it only feeds the fear. Trust feels different. Trust does not say, I will never take action. Trust says, I will take the right action when it is time, and I will rest when it is time. Trust does not say, nothing matters. Trust says, this matters, and because it matters, I will meet it from peace, not panic. Trust does not say, I know everything. Trust says, I do not know everything, but I am willing to be guided. Trust does not say, I am in control of every outcome. Trust says, I am responsible for my next loving step, and life can work with me beyond what I can see. Tonight, you can give yourself permission to stop trying to control what cannot be controlled right now. You cannot control every thought another person has. You cannot control every outcome before morning. You cannot control every delay, every message, every answer, every future event. You cannot force a door to open by losing sleep in front of it. You cannot force timing to move faster by holding your breath. You cannot make life safer by frightening your body all night. But you can control one breath. You can soften one shoulder. You can release one thought for now. You can choose one peaceful sentence. You can place one hand on your heart. You can say, I release this day. I release what I cannot control. I allow life to work for me while I sleep. That may sound small, but small is not powerless. The body understands small. The nervous system understands one breath. The subconscious understands repeated safety. A life can begin to change through one gentle return at a time. I release this day. Say it slowly. I release this day. Not because every part of it was perfect. Not because you did everything exactly right. Not because there is nothing left to learn. but because the day has had its time. You lived it. You moved through it. You carried what you could. Now you can place it down. You can take the lesson without taking the weight. You can take the wisdom without taking the punishment. You can take the memory without replaying it all night. Maybe something did not go the way you hoped. Release it for now. Maybe someone did not understand you. Release it for now. Maybe you made a mistake. Release it for now. Maybe you did not finish everything. Release it for now. Maybe you felt afraid, angry, sad, or unsure. Release it for now. For now does not mean forever. It means tonight, this moment, this breath, this bed. You are allowed to let the day be done enough. I release what I cannot control. This sentence can feel frightening to the old mind because the old mind thinks holding means safety. But holding everything is not safety. Sometimes holding everything is only exhaustion. When you release what you cannot control, you are not losing power. You are returning power to the place where power actually lives. Your power is in your response. Your power is in your next step. Your power is in your breath. Your power is in the words you choose. Your power is in how kindly you speak to yourself. Your power is in whether you feed fear or feed trust. Your power is not in controlling every path before it appears. What cannot be controlled tonight can be blessed tonight. You can bless the person you cannot change. You can bless the answer that has not arrived. You can bless the door that is still closed. You can bless the body that is still healing. You can bless the money that feels uncertain. You can bless tomorrow without knowing everything about it. Blessing is not control. Blessing is love without gripping. Blessing says, I release my fear around this. I allow life to move here. I allow wisdom to enter. I allow the highest good to form in a way I may not yet understand. I allow life to work for me while I sleep. This is the deepest release. It tells the body, you do not have to stay awake as if everything depends on fear. It tells the mind, you can stop repeating the problem for now. It tells the heart, you are not alone in the unseen. It tells the soul, we are willing to trust. The universe can work while you sleep. Your body can restore while you sleep. Your subconscious can soften while you sleep. Your heart can heal a little while you sleep. New clarity can come after sleep. The morning can carry a thought that tonight could not reach. Letting go before sleep is like opening a closed hand. When the hand is closed too tightly, it cannot receive. It can only hold what it already has. Fear closes the hand. Control closes the hand. Panic closes the hand. But trust opens it. Release opens it. A soft breath opens it. When you open the hand, life can place something new there. Maybe not all at once. maybe not in the exact way you expected, but something new has room to arrive. So tonight, let the hands soften, even if only a little. Let the fingers loosen, let the jaw release, let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Let the belly know it does not have to hold every tomorrow. Let the eyes rest. Let the back sink into the bed. Let the breath move without being forced. The body has been waiting for the signal that it is safe to stop preparing for danger. Dear body, the day is done for now. Dear mind, we are not solving everything tonight. Dear heart, you are safe enough to soften. Dear soul, life is still with you in the quiet. I let go and allow the universe to help me. You may feel resistance when you say this. A part of you may say, but if I let go, what if nothing happens? That part is afraid. Be kind to it. It may have learned that it had to hold everything alone. It may have learned that rest was not safe. It may have learned that love had to be earned by worry. It may have learned that if it stopped watching, something would go wrong. Do not shame this part. Speak to it gently. I know you are afraid. I know you have been trying to protect me. But tonight, we are learning another way. We are not abandoning life. We are resting with life. Letting go does not mean you stop caring. It means you stop using fear as the way you care. It means you care with softness. You care with wisdom. You care with faith. You care by letting the body sleep so it can wake with more strength. You care by giving the mind a peaceful question instead of a fear question. You care by allowing the universe to do what your tired thoughts cannot do tonight. There are things that only become clear after you stop forcing them. Have you ever searched for a word and could not find it? Then later, when you stopped trying, it came. Have you ever pushed for an answer and felt only more confused? Then after rest, one simple step became clear. This is because the mind sometimes needs space. The heart sometimes needs quiet. Guidance sometimes comes when pressure leaves. The universe does not always speak through tension. Often it speaks through the opening that comes after release. Tonight, you are creating that opening. Not by doing more, not by thinking harder, not by replaying every possible outcome. You are creating the opening by releasing control. You are saying, I have done what I can for today. I allow life to continue the work in ways I cannot see. This sentence is a prayer without needing to be complicated. It is simple. It is honest. It is enough. I have done what I can for today. I allow life to continue the work in ways I cannot see. Let that be another night message. The mind may want to argue. It may say, but you could have done more. Maybe you could have. Maybe there is always more that could be done. But tonight is not asking for more. Tonight is asking for rest. There will be a morning. There will be another chance. There will be a next step. But there is no need to punish yourself with the list of everything unfinished. You are human. You are learning. You are allowed to close the day with kindness. If guilt appears, say, I forgive myself for what I did not complete today. If regret appears, say, I take the lesson and release the weight. If fear appears, say, I am safe enough to rest now. If control appears, say, I allow life to work beyond my understanding. If the heart feels lonely, say, I am here with you. I will not leave you tonight. These simple sentences can become a bridge out of the old night pattern. Control asks the body to stay tight. Release invites the body to become soft. Control says, I must make it happen. Release says, I can do my part and allow life to do its part. Control says, I am alone with this. Release says, support can come in ways I have not seen yet. Control says, I cannot sleep until I know. Release says, sleep may help me know. I let go and allow the universe to help me. Place this sentence on the problem that feels too heavy. Maybe it is money. I let go and allow the universe to help me. Maybe it is love. I let go and allow the universe to help me. Maybe it is the body. I let go and allow the universe to help me. Maybe it is timing. I let go and allow the universe to help me. Maybe it is a decision. I let go and allow the universe to help me. You are not throwing the problem away. You are placing it into a larger field of support. Imagine the worry as something you have been holding against your chest all day. Your arms are tired. Your heart is tired. Your breath is tired. Tonight, you do not need to carry it the same way. You can place it gently before life and say, I do not know how to solve all of this tonight. I am willing to be helped. I am willing to be guided. I am willing to receive peace before the answer is complete. This is surrender. Not collapse, not giving up. Surrender is a soft yes to help. The universe can only enter where there is space. If the mind is filled with control, there is little space for guidance. If the heart is filled with fear, there is little space for trust. If the body is filled with tension, there is little space for rest. So tonight, create space. Not huge space, just enough for one breath. Enough to say, I release this for now. Enough to let the shoulders fall. Enough to close the eyes without holding tomorrow so tightly. Enough to let life be bigger than the problem. There is great peace in doing what is yours and releasing what is not yours. What is yours tonight? Your breath, your inner voice, your willingness, your body's rest, your choice not to repeat fear as the last message of the day. What is not yours tonight? The whole future. Every person's choice, every exact timing, every unseen arrangement, every path life may use to help you. Let what is yours be held with love. Let what is not yours be placed in the hands of the universe. I release this day. I release what I cannot control. I allow life to work for me while I sleep. Say it again, gently. I release this day. I release what I cannot control. I allow life to work for me while I sleep. Let the words move through the body. Let them touch the tired places. Let them become permission. Permission to stop gripping. Permission to stop replaying. Permission to stop planning from fear. Permission to rest before everything is solved. Tonight, the bed can become a place of surrender. The pillow can become a place where the mind lays down its heavy tools. The breath can become a quiet prayer. The darkness can become a soft room where life keeps working beyond your sight. You do not need to stay awake guarding every door. You do not need to keep checking if the universe remembers you. You do not need to earn support by exhausting yourself. Support can meet you in rest too. Let the final work of this section be simple. Put down one thing, just one. One worry, one fear, one old question, one need to control. One story you have repeated too many times. Put it down for now. Say, this is not mine to carry tonight. Then breathe. Let the body feel the space that comes when one heavy thing is no longer pressed against the heart. The universe is already working for you. The night can hold what your mind cannot solve. The body can rest while life keeps moving. The heart can soften before the answer arrives. The hand can open before the blessing is seen. And you can learn breath by breath to release control before sleep. Tonight, speak to your body as if it is something precious, because it is. Do not bring the harsh voice of the day into the place where your body is trying to rest. Do not lie down and speak to your body with fear, blame, or pressure. Do not say, "Why are you so tired? Why are you so tense? Why can you not relax? Why do you feel this way?" The body has been carrying you through everything. It has carried your thoughts, your work, your feelings, your worries, your hopes, your quiet pain, your small acts of courage, and your long-hidden strength. Tonight, your body does not need another command. It needs safety. Your body listens to the way you speak. It listens when you rush it. It listens when you judge it. It listens when you treat every feeling like a threat. It listens when you hold your breath because the mind is afraid. It listens when you tense your shoulders and try to prepare for every possible tomorrow. And it also listens when you become kind. It listens when you breathe slowly. It listens when you place a hand on your heart. It listens when you say, "Dear body, you are safe now." It listens when you say, "You do not have to solve anything tonight." It listens when you say, "You are allowed to rest." My body rests because my soul trusts. Let that sentence move gently through you. My body rests because my soul trusts. not because everything is solved, not because every part of life feels certain, not because every question has a clear answer, but because in this moment you are choosing not to frighten yourself. You are choosing not to use the night as a place to fight. You are choosing to send the body a softer message. You are choosing to let the body know that it does not need to keep holding the whole day. The shoulders can soften now. They do not need to hold tomorrow. They do not need to stay lifted as if danger is near. They do not need to carry every responsibility into the bed. Let the shoulders hear this. You have done enough for this day. You may not have done everything, but you have done enough to rest now. Let them drop a little. Let them become heavy. Let them remember that they are not meant to live in a state of constant effort. The jaw can relax now. It does not need to hold every word you did not say. It does not need to hold every fear you did not express. It does not need to stay tight around old worry. Let the jaw loosen. Let the tongue rest. Let the face soften. Let the space between the eyebrows become calm. You do not need to carry a hard face into sleep. You do not need to hold the body in a shape of protection all night. You can let the face become soft, because tonight there is no need to perform. There is no need to prove. There is no need to prepare. The breath can slow down now. It does not need to chase tomorrow. It does not need to run after every thought. It does not need to hurry because the mind is asking too many questions. Let the breath come in gently. Let it leave gently. There is no need to force it. There is no need to breathe perfectly. Just let the body feel that there is time. There is time for this breath. There is time for this moment. There is time to come back to yourself. There is time to rest. The heart can stop preparing for danger. It does not need to keep watching for bad news. It does not need to keep waiting for something to go wrong. It does not need to keep beating under the pressure of every possible future. Place a hand on the heart if that feels comforting, and speak softly. Dear heart, you are safe with me tonight. I will not fill you with fear. I will not leave you alone with worry. I will sit with you. I will breathe with you. I will give you words that help you soften. My body rests because my soul trusts. Sometimes the body cannot relax because the mind has not given it permission. The mind keeps saying, "Stay ready." Something may happen. You must think. You must check. You must solve. And the body obeys. It tightens. It waits. It keeps the nervous system awake. But tonight, you can become the voice of permission. You can tell the body you are allowed to stop. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to lay down the weight of the day. You are allowed to be held by this moment. This is not pretending there are no problems. This is choosing not to turn every problem into a body state before sleep. You may still have things to do tomorrow. You may still need to make choices. You may still need to speak, plan, heal, learn, or act. But the body does not need to carry tomorrow's tasks tonight. The body does not need to become tight around a future that has not arrived. The body can rest now, and tomorrow you can meet the next step with more strength. Dear body, you are safe now. Say it slowly. Dear body, you are safe now. The mind may say, but not everything is safe. And you can answer, in this breath, we are safe enough to soften. Safe enough for one breath. Safe enough to relax one hand. Safe enough to release one thought. Safe enough to let the shoulders drop. Safe enough to close the eyes. Safe enough to stop holding every answer. You do not need to feel perfect safety in every area of life before the body can receive one moment of peace. One moment is enough to begin. You do not have to solve anything tonight. Let the body hear that too. You do not have to solve anything tonight. The body is not a machine. The body is not meant to work all day and worry all night. The body needs a rhythm. It needs rest. It needs care. It needs kindness. It needs to know that it is not only useful when it is productive. It is worthy of love even when it is tired. It is worthy of patience even when it feels heavy. It is worthy of support even when it is not doing everything the mind demands. You are allowed to rest. These words may seem simple, but many hearts ache to hear them. You are allowed to rest. You do not need to earn rest by being perfect. You do not need to earn rest by pleasing everyone. You do not need to earn rest by finishing every task. You do not need to earn rest by having no fear. Rest is not a reward for a flawless day. Rest is a need. Rest is medicine. Rest is a way the body returns to balance. Rest is one of the ways life supports you. When you speak to the body with safety, you are not doing something small. You are changing the inner atmosphere. The body has heard enough fear. It has heard enough hurry. It has heard enough criticism. Tonight, let it hear love. Let it hear patience. Let it hear permission. Let it hear that it is not alone. Maybe your body feels tense tonight. Do not fight the tension. Speak to it. I see this tension. I am not angry at you. You have been trying to protect me. You can soften now. Maybe your chest feels heavy. Speak to it. Dear heart, I am here. We do not need to hold everything tonight. Maybe your stomach feels tight. Speak to it. Dear body, you are safe enough to release this fear. Maybe your head feels full. Speak to it. Dear mind, thank you for trying so hard. You can rest now. The body softens when it feels understood. The body softens when it is not treated like an enemy. The body softens when the inner voice becomes gentle. This may not happen all at once, and that is okay. You are not trying to force relaxation. You are inviting it. You are not ordering the body to calm down. You are teaching it that calm is allowed. My body rests because my soul trusts. Let trust become physical tonight, not only a thought in the mind. Let trust become a soft jaw. Let trust become relaxed hands. Let trust become slower breathing. Let trust become a warm hand on the heart. Let trust become the choice to stop checking. Let trust become the choice to turn away from the old fear story. Let trust become the choice to say, I am not alone. Life is working in quiet ways. I can rest now. The body does not need perfect words. It needs honest, kind words. It needs the feeling beneath them. If the words are simple, that is good. If the words are repeated softly, that is good. If the words are only, I am safe enough, that is enough. If the words are only, rest now, that is enough. If the words are only, I am here, that is enough. Tonight, let the body become a place of peace again. Let the bed become a place where the body does not have to defend itself. Let the breath become a soft message. Let the heart feel that it is being held. Let the mind hear that it does not need to keep watching for danger. Let the body know that sleep is safe, rest is allowed, and the universe can continue working while you let go. Dear body, you are safe now. You do not have to solve anything tonight. You are allowed to rest. My body rests because my soul trusts. Before you sleep, give your subconscious mind one new message. Not 10 messages, not a long list, not a heavy practice that feels like another task. Just one sentence that feels soft enough to believe, or at least soft enough to allow. The subconscious does not need pressure. It does not need shouting. It does not need you to fight with yourself. It listens best when the body is calm, when the words are simple, and when the feeling behind the words is gentle. The mind has heard many old messages. It may have heard, I am not safe. It may have heard, I must do everything alone. It may have heard, nothing changes for me. It may have heard, I have to worry or I am not being responsible. It may have heard, good things are far away. It may have heard, I cannot rest until everything is fixed. And when the mind hears these messages again and again, it begins to treat them like truth. The body begins to live inside them. The heart begins to expect them. Tonight, you can offer a new message. Everything is working for my good. Let this sentence be simple. Everything is working for my good. This does not mean everything feels good. This does not mean every moment is easy. This does not mean you understand why something happened. It means that life can still use this moment. Life can still guide you. Life can still move you toward healing. Life can still bring wisdom out of confusion. Life can still open doors after closed ones. Life can still help you grow through what you did not choose. everything is working for my good means nothing has the final power to stop the love of life from reaching me. The universe is supporting me now. Say it slowly. The universe is supporting me now. Not only someday, not only when the answer is visible, not only when the outside looks perfect. Now, support may be quiet. Support may be in the breath. Support may be in the bed beneath you. Support may be in the body trying to heal. Support may be in a thought that helps you soften. Support may be in the fact that you are choosing a new message tonight. Support may be in the unseen timing that is bringing pieces together. Support may be in the strength that has kept you moving until this moment. I am safe to rest. This is a beautiful night message because many bodies do not feel safe enough to let go. They are tired, but still alert. They are in bed, but still watching. They want sleep, but they are holding tomorrow. So tell the body, I am safe to rest. Tell the mind, I am safe to rest. Tell the heart, I am safe to rest. Even if only one small part of you believes it, that part can become the doorway. Safe to rest does not mean every question is answered. It means this moment can hold you, this breath can soften you, this night can support you. Good things are finding their way to me. Let this be another seed. Good things are finding their way to me. You do not need to chase every blessing with fear. You do not need to force every door. You do not need to keep your hands closed around one path. Good can come through many ways. A kind person, a clear idea, a better choice, a delay that protects you, a closed door that redirects you, a moment of peace, a simple chance, a new understanding, a feeling of courage, a soft return to yourself. Good things are finding their way to me. While I sleep, life is arranging blessings. Let this sentence become like a soft blanket over the mind. While I sleep, life is arranging blessings. Do not force the words. Do not test them. Do not say them with fear and then watch the night to see if they work. Let them be gentle. Let them sit in the heart. Let them become a peaceful instruction. The subconscious does not need a loud message. It needs a steady one. It needs to hear that life is not only struggle. It needs to hear that rest is safe. It needs to hear that support is possible. It needs to hear that you are no longer feeding it the same old fear before sleep. Do not force the words. Let them become like a soft blanket over the mind. A soft blanket does not push. It covers, it comforts, it warms. It says, rest here. Let the sentence do that. Let the words cover the mind gently. If the mind begins to run, bring it back. Not with anger, with kindness. We are here now. We are resting now. The universe is working now. If the mind begins to ask fear questions, bring it back to one night message. I am safe to rest. If the mind begins to replay the day, bring it back. This day is done for now. If the mind begins to worry about tomorrow, bring it back. The next step can come in the morning. One sentence can become an anchor. An anchor does not stop the whole ocean from moving. It simply gives the boat a place to stay. Your thoughts may still move a little. Feelings may still come and go. But the sentence gives you a place to return. I am safe to rest. Return. Life is arranging blessings. Return. Good things are finding their way to me. Return. The universe is supporting me now. Return. You do not need to repeat the sentence with panic. Panic says, if I say this enough, maybe I can force life to help me. Trust says, I say this because I am teaching my inner world a new way to rest. Panic tries to control the outcome. Trust creates a peaceful inner place. Panic is tight. Trust is soft. Panic demands. Trust allows. Tonight, do not use affirmations like a tool of pressure. Use them like a hand on the heart. If one sentence feels too strong, soften it. Instead of, everything is working for my good, say, I am willing to believe that good can still come from this. Instead of, I am fully safe, say, I am safe enough to rest for now. Instead of, I trust completely, say, I am learning to trust a little more tonight. Instead of, good things are here, say, good things may be finding their way to me. The body receives gentle truth better than forced words. The goal is no, to impress the mind. The goal is to help the body feel safe enough to receive. Your night message should feel kind. It should not feel like another rule. It should not feel like something you can fail at. If you forget, return. If the mind wanders, return. If fear speaks, return. If you fall asleep before finishing the words, that is fine. Sleep itself may be the answer. The practice is not about being perfect. It is about becoming loving toward your own mind at night. The subconscious learns by repetition. This is why one night message repeated over time can change the inner feeling. The first night the mind may argue. The second night the body may still be tense. The third night the words may feel a little more familiar. After many nights, the sentence may begin to rise on its own when fear appears. The inner voice may begin to say, I am safe to rest, instead of, what if everything goes wrong? That is healing. That is a new pattern forming. While I sleep, life is arranging blessings. Let this be the sentence tonight if your heart feels tired. While I sleep, life is arranging blessings. Maybe the blessing is peace. Maybe the blessing is strength. Maybe the blessing is a new idea. Maybe the blessing is a clearer morning. Maybe the blessing is rest deep enough to help the body. Maybe the blessing is a quiet release of an old fear. Maybe the blessing is that tomorrow you wake with one less heavy thought. Blessings are not always loud. Sometimes the first blessing is simply that you stop hurting yourself with the same fear. Everything is working for my good. Let this be the sentence if you feel confused. Everything is working for my good. You do not need to know how tonight. You do not need to know why tonight. You do not need to see the whole path tonight. You only need to let the sentence open one small space in the heart. Life can still use this. Life can still guide me. Life can still bring light. Life can still help me rise. The universe is supporting me now. Let this be the sentence if you feel alone. The universe is supporting me now. Feel the bed beneath you. Feel the breath moving through you. Feel the heart still beating. Feel the quiet around you. Feel the unseen life that has carried you through many nights before this one. You have made it through every day that came before today. Some part of life has been holding you even when you did not know how you would continue. Let that truth come close. I am safe to rest. Let this be the sentence if the body feels alert. I am safe to rest. Let the words move down into the shoulders. Let them move into the jaw. Let them move into the belly. Let them move into the hands. Let the body know that rest is not danger. Rest is not laziness. Rest is not losing control. Rest is care. Rest is strength returning. Rest is the body remembering itself. Good things are finding their way to me. Let this be the sentence if hop, if feels far away. Good things are finding their way to me. You do not need to know where they are tonight. You do not need to chase them with fear. Let the heart open a little. Let the mind imagine that life still has gifts. Let the soul remember that the story is not finished. Choose one, only one. Let it be enough. The mind does not need to be filled with many words. It needs one soft place to land. The heart does not need a long speech. It needs one kind message. The body does not need more pressure. It needs one signal of safety. Before sleep, you can say, "Tonight, my message is peace." Then repeat the sentence that brings peace closest. I am safe to rest. Or, the universe is supporting me now. Or, while I sleep, life is arranging blessings. Say it slowly. Breathe with it. Let it become the last sound inside you. Let the old fear move to the background. Let the new message become the light near the bed. Your subconscious is listening. Speak to it with love. Speak to it like a gentle teacher. Speak to it like a calm friend. Speak to it like someone you are no longer willing to frighten. The night is a tender doorway. Give that doorway a message of trust. You do not need the whole answer tonight. You do not need to see the whole road before you sleep. You do not need to understand every turn, every delay, every person, every choice, every possibility, every unknown thing. The mind may want the full map before it lets go, but life often gives only the next step, and the next step is enough for the moment you are in. Tonight belongs to rest. Morning belongs to the next step. Tonight is not asking you to solve the whole future. Tonight is asking you to soften enough to receive the future one breath at a time. You may feel as though you need to know everything before you can sleep, but sometimes sleep is the very thing that helps you know what comes next. A tired mind often sees only walls. A rested mind may see a door. A tired heart often hears only fear. A rested heart may hear guidance. A tired body often feels the problem as too heavy. A rested body may feel strong enough to take one small step. I do not need the whole path tonight. I only need to rest and receive the next step. Let that sentence become a kind truth inside you. I do not need the whole path tonight. I only need to rest and receive the next step. The whole path may be too much for the mind tonight. The whole future may feel too wide. The whole dream may feel too far. The whole healing may feel too slow. The whole change may feel too large. But one step is possible. One breath is possible. One softer thought is possible. One night of deeper rest is possible. One morning idea is possible. Life does not always reveal everything at once. It often speaks in pieces. One thought, one feeling, one small yes, one quiet no, one door, one pause, one message, one chance, one moment of courage, one little sign. The mind may say, that is not enough, but one step has great power. Every path is walked one step at a time. Every new life begins with one choice that is different from the old pattern. Every healing begins with one moment where you stop abandoning yourself. Every new answer begins with one place where the mind becomes open enough to hear. Morning may bring clarity. Not always the whole answer, but enough light for the next step. Maybe you wake and the problem does not feel as sharp. Maybe you wake and know what you need to say. Maybe you wake and feel ready to make one call, write one note, clean one space, drink one glass of water, take one walk, stop checking, ask for help, or begin again. Maybe you wake and realize that the thing that felt so large at night is still important, but no longer feels impossible. That is grace too. Sleep may bring peace. Sometimes the answer you need first is not a plan, but peace. The mind wants the solution, but the body needs calm. Because when the body is calm, the mind can think more clearly. When the breath is softer, the heart can hear better. When the nervous system is not in fear, guidance can enter more easily. So if you sleep and wake with even a little more peace, do not say nothing happened. Something happened. The inner storm became softer. The body received support. The mind was given space. That matters. A small idea may come. Do not reject it because it is small. A small idea can be the beginning of a large change. You may wake and think, I should write this down. Write it down. You may think, I should stop saying yes to that. Listen. You may think, I should rest more today. Honor it. You may think, I should organize this one thing. Begin. You may think, I should let that old story go for today. Try. A small idea can be guidance wearing simple clothing. The mind often wants the next step to feel grand. It wants a huge sign, a full plan, a complete change. But life often begins gently. The next step may not look impressive. It may be water. It may be sleep. It may be one honest sentence. It may be not replying from fear. It may be opening the window. It may be writing a list. It may be choosing not to speak badly to yourself. It may be forgiving one layer. It may be calling someone. It may be waiting with peace instead of panic. Small does not mean weak. Small can be sacred. I do not need the whole path tonight. I only need to rest and receive the next step. This sentence removes pressure from the heart. The heart does not need to carry the entire mountain. It only needs the next stone. The mind does not need to solve every detail. It only needs the next clear movement. The body does not need to become perfectly calm forever. It only needs enough rest to begin again. The soul does not need to see the whole future. It only needs to remember that it is guided. If you are waiting for an end, swear let sleep be part of the waiting. Not restless waiting, not fearful waiting. A softer waiting, a waiting that says, I have asked, I have cared, I have done what I can. Now I let the night bring rest, and I let the morning bring what it can. There is dignity in that. There is trust in that. There is wisdom in not forcing an answer out of a tired mind. The morning has a different light. A fear that grows at midnight may shrink in the morning. A problem that feels endless in the dark may look like one step after rest. A worry that takes over the tired mind may become something practical when the body has slept. This is why you do not need to believe every thought that comes when you are exhausted. A tired mind is not always a clear guide. Let the morning speak too. When you wake, do not rush straight back into the old fear. Before the phone, before the noise, before the list, give yourself one breath. Ask, what is the next gentle step? Not, how do I fix my whole life? Not, how do I make everything happen today? Just, what is the next gentle step? This question keeps the mind from becoming too heavy. It brings the focus back to what is possible now. The next step may be practical. Send the message, make the call, pay what you can, ask for help, write the plan, clean the space, eat something kind, move the body gently, rest before you break down. The next step may be emotional. Forgive yourself, stop replaying, speak gently, let yourself cry, stop chasing, tell the truth. The next step may be spiritual. Trust the timing, release control, pray simply, sit quietly, bless the day, listen. There are many kinds of next steps, and each one can matter. You do not need the whole path tonight because life is not finished guiding you. The path can unfold while you walk. A door may appear after you take the first step. A person may help after you ask. A new thought may come after you rest. A better choice may appear after you stop forcing the old one. You do not need every answer in your hand before you let yourself sleep. The unseen can still move. The morning can still bring light. Maybe you are afraid that if you rest, you will lose control. But rest does not take away your power. Rest gives strength back to your power. Rest gives softness back to your choices. Rest gives space back to your mind. Rest gives your body the chance to support you. Rest does not mean the dream is forgotten. Rest means the dream is being held without fear for a little while. The next step will be enough when it comes. Do not make tomorrow carry the whole future either. When morning comes, take the step that is truly yours. Do not rush into 10 steps from panic. Do not punish yourself with a huge demand. Ask, what is the wise step? What is the loving step? What is the peaceful step? What step belongs to me now? Then take it. The universe often guides through the next step, not the full mark. So if you only receive one step, do not say you are not being guided. One step is guidance. One peaceful feeling is guidance. One clear no is guidance. One small yes is guidance. One simple idea is guidance. One calm breath is guidance. One night of rest after many nights of fear is guidance. I do not need the whole path tonight. I only need to rest and receive the next step. Let that be enough for tonight. Let the mind stop asking for the whole road. Let the body stop preparing for every possible turn. Let the heart rest in the truth that morning has its own wisdom. The answer does not need to be forced from the dark. The next step can meet you in the light. Before you sleep, let these words settle into your heart, not with pressure, not with fear, not like another thing you must do correctly. Let them enter gently. Let them come close like a soft light. You do not need to force belief. You do not need to make your mind perfectly quiet. You do not need to feel peaceful all at once. Just allow the words to touch the places that have been tired, tight, afraid, or alone. Let the words become a blessing over your mind, your body, your heart, and your night. I am safe tonight. Let this be the first blessing. I am safe tonight. In this breath, I am safe enough to soften. In this moment, I am safe enough to stop fighting. My body can rest. My shoulders can release. My jaw can relax. My hands can open. I do not need to hold every fear inside me. I do not need to watch over tomorrow with panic. I am safe enough to let the night hold me. I am supported tonight. Support may be quiet, but it is still support. The bed beneath me supports me. The breath inside me supports me. The life that has carried me through many days supports me. The wisdom that has helped me before can help me again. The universe has ways I have not seen yet. I do not need to feel alone inside this night. I am supported in seen and unseen ways. The universe is already working for me. Even while I rest, life can move. Even while my eyes close, answers can form. Even while my mind becomes quiet, guidance can prepare itself. The universe does not need my fear to help me. It does not need my panic to open a door. It does not need me to stay awake proving that I care. I can rest, and life can still work. I can soften, and the unseen can still move. What is meant for me is finding its way. I do not need to chase with fear. I do not need to grip one path so tightly that my heart cannot breathe. What is meant for my peace, my growth, my healing, and my highest good is finding its way in right timing. The right doors can open. The right people can appear. The right ideas can come. The right strength can rise in me. I do not need to force every piece tonight. I release worry from my body. Worry does not need to live in my shoulders tonight. Worry does not need to sit in my chest tonight. Worry does not need to tighten my stomach tonight. Worry does not need to hold my jaw tonight. I thank my body for carrying so much, and I give it permission to release what it can release. One breath at a time, one muscle at a time, one softening at a time. I release worry from my body. I release fear from my mind. The mind has tried to protect me by thinking of every possible danger. I thank the mind for trying, but tonight I choose another way. I do not need to repeat fear to be safe. I do not need to imagine pain to be prepared. I do not need to solve everything before sleep. I release fear from my mind and choose one peaceful thought instead. I allow peace to hold me. Peace does not have to be perfect. Peace can begin as one breath. Peace can begin as one soft word. Peace can begin as one moment where I stop arguing with the night. I allow peace to hold me gently. I do not need to reach for it with force. I let it come near. I let it sit beside me. I let it cover my heart with quiet. I allow sleep to restore me. Sleep is safe. Sleep is kind. Sleep is a place where the body can repair, the mind can soften, and the heart can rest. I do not need to carry the whole day into sleep. I let sleep do what it knows how to do. I let the body receive rest. I let the mind become quiet. I let the soul return to stillness. I trust the unseen work of life. I do not need to see everything to trust that something may be moving. I do not need to understand everything to believe that support can come. I do not need to know the whole path to take the next step when it appears. Life has quiet ways. Timing has quiet ways. Healing has quiet ways. The universe has quiet ways. I trust the unseen work of life. Tomorrow can meet me with new light. Tomorrow does not need to be feared before it arrives. Tomorrow may bring a softer thought. Tomorrow may bring one clear step. Tomorrow may bring a small answer, a helpful idea, a kind word, a peaceful feeling, or a new chance to choose differently. I do not need to pull tomorrow into tonight. I let tomorrow come in its own time. I let tonight be for rest. Rest now, my dear. You do not have to chase the answer tonight. Life is moving. The universe is working, and you are safe to sleep. Let this blessing continue in the quiet places of the mind. Let it move like gentle water through the thoughts. Let it touch the parts of you that have been afraid to let go. Let it tell the body, you can soften now. Let it tell the heart, you are not alone. Let it tell the mind, you do not need to keep searching for danger. Let it tell the soul, you are held in ways you do not always see. Tonight, you can put down the old story for a while. You can put down the fear question. You can put down the pressure to know. You can put down the need to control. You can put down the heavy thought that says everything depends on your worry. It does not. Your worry is not what keeps life moving. Your fear is not what keeps the universe awake. You are lulled to sleep. You are allowed to be helped. You are allowed to receive rest before every answer is clear. I am safe tonight. I am supported tonight. The universe is already working for me. What is meant for me is finding its way. I release worry from my body. I release fear from my mind. I allow peace to hold me. I allow sleep to restore me. I trust the unseen work of life. Tomorrow can meet me with new light. Let each sentence become slower now. Let the words become fewer. Let the breath become enough. There is nothing more you need to prove to the night. There is nothing more you need to explain to the dark. You do not need to convince life to love you. You do not need to earn the right to rest. You can simply receive this moment. You can let it hold you. You can let the body become heavy. You can let the eyes close. You can let the mind drift toward peace. If a worry appears again, bless it and return. If a thought rises again, soften and return. If the old fear says, "But what if?" answer with one sentence, "The universe is already working for me. If the mind says, "But how?" answer, "I do not need to know tonight." If the body says, "I am tired," answer, "Rest is allowed." If the heart says, "I am afraid," answer, "I am here with you." This is how you close the day with love. Not by making the day perfect, not by making yourself perfect, not by removing every feeling, but by giving your inner world a kinder final message, by letting trust be the last voice, by letting peace have a place beside you, by letting the universe work without your fear standing guard. Tonight, sleep can become a prayer. The breath can become trust. The bed can become support. The quiet can become healing. The dark can become a soft place where new light is being prepared. Now let the day be complete. Let it be finished enough. You do not need to open every old thought again. You do not need to search for every answer again. You do not need to hold tomorrow inside your chest tonight. You have carried enough. You have cared enough. You have tried enough for this day. Now you are allowed to rest. The universe is already working for you. It may not be loud. It may not be visible yet. It may not come in the form your mind expected. But life is not limited to what you can see tonight. Life can work through timing. Life can work through peace. Life can work through sleep. Life can work through a small idea in the morning. Life can work through a closed door, a new opening, a softer heart, a clearer thought, or one gentle step you did not know you were ready to take. So tonight, do not sleep inside fear. Sleep inside trust. Do not give your subconscious the same old message of worry. Give it a new message of peace. Do not ask the night to answer every painful question. Ask one soft question and let the universe respond in its own way. Do not force the body to stay awake because the mind is afraid. Speak to the body with love and let it rest. Even while I sleep, life is working for my good. I do not need to carry tomorrow into my bed tonight. The thought I sleep with becomes the direction my mind follows. I give my mind peaceful questions before sleep. Life is arranging what I cannot yet understand. I let go and allow the universe to help me. My body rests because my soul trusts. While I sleep, life is arranging blessings. I do not need the whole path tonight. I only need to rest and receive the next step. I am safe tonight. Let these words be enough. Let them become the last gentle light in your mind. Let them guide you away from fear and toward rest. Let them remind you that the night is not empty. The night is a place where the body restores, the mind softens, and life keeps moving in quiet ways. Rest now. Release the day. Trust the unseen. Let sleep hold you. Let peace come close. Let the universe do what your tired mind cannot do tonight. You are safe to sleep.